Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Shpodcast, the world's only podcast, period. Don't read into that. As always, I'm your host, SumitoMedia, joined by my co-host, Alex.
Hi, I'm Alex, and I ignore the top comment in the last video now, apparently.
Exactly. Do you want to pull it up?
Well, that would be unfair to the person who won 2 times ago at this point.
You could do both. I mean, at this point, like, what are our standards, you know?
Pretty low, but...
Okay, don't sweat it. Before we kick into it, want to give a big shout out to the old patrons. Thank you, everybody who has been donating money on Patreon. You are helping to keep this financially viable. And I don't shout out people at the end of like main channel videos as I should because they don't really have an end card. But here on the Shpodcast, we've got all the time in the world. So thank you to the 34 patrons that are joining at one of these subscriptions. The link is always down in the description. As well, Alex has put together a list of mental health helplines and resources as the holiday times are coming up and seasonal depression is at an all-time high here in the United States. You might find yourself feeling a little bit worse than you normally are. Know that you are not alone and there are resources available to you. So this will also be linked in the description. And as always, me and Alex are available to talk in the Discord. If you need a buddy to chat to, we're here for you. So,
yep.
Alex,
yeah.
You're a fan of Video Game Dunky, yeah?
I am.
How long have you been watching Video Game Dunky?
I don't even know where it started, but I actually have a funny story of like a few months ago where I was doing a one-on-one with my boss. And
like a fist fight?
No, like a meeting, like a performance review.
I lost. He continued to be the boss.
I can't take him in a fight. But I think this was when Fall Guys came out, and I mentioned that I liked playing Fall Guys. And he looked up Fall Guys because he sounded like something he'd like to play because he plays a lot of video games. Really? And the first video that came up was Dunky's video on it. And we both just sat there in my performance review just watching Dunky.
Nice.
Yeah. Great performance review.
I remember first seeing Dunky for his League of Legends content way back in the day. And, of course, the massive meme that came from... you might not even know this because you don't watch League of Legends content. But... he originally was a League of Legends YouTuber, and he had this game in League of Legends where he used to take it seriously. He was respectable at the game, to my knowledge, but he had this game where he just had somebody on his team inting their face off. Inting is short for intentionally feeding, which is intentionally losing the game, playing poorly, basically. You would say somebody's inting when it feels like they're playing poorly on purpose. And he was in his promotional matches to get to the next set of ranks in League of Legends. So in League, once you finish your silver rank, you don't just become gold. You have to play a set of promotional matches where you have to win 3 out of 5 games, and if you do, then you become gold. So obviously that's where you want to take it super seriously. And in this game, he had somebody feeding their ass off, showing up where they shouldn't have been showing up, getting killed by the enemy team, and just making the enemy team much stronger because they were just farming kills off of this guy.
So
throwing. They call it feeding because you're feeding the other team kills.
Yeah.
And when somebody gets really big, they call it being fed because, you know, you've been fed a bunch of kills. But he types into all chat a bunch of stuff about this person, but ends it with, "You should be gunned down in the streets like the degenerate that you are." And that's a League meme now. People say that.
As they do.
And he gets banned from League of Legends for typing that into all chat. And in his video...
Can't say that's unjustified.
Yeah, in his video, which if I could find, I would show you, is titled, "I'm done making League of Legends content."
Oh, so this is... Okay.
I had a feeling you didn't know that. Yeah, he opens it up by going, "I'm done making League of Legends content." Gives his overview of what happened that day, and then shows that he sent an email to Riot, the company that makes League of Legends, saying, "Listen, I'm fine with being banned, but just give me my account back for another week so I can..." Right here, I'm done with League of Legends. Here, I'll play a bit for you.
Making League of Legends videos. I'm sorry to my fans that only watch my League videos, but please go watch my other videos. I put so much work into them, and they're honestly way better. I came to this decision when I was playing ranked for my new video.
Let me see if I can just find the bit where he reads out what he typed. Here it is. Here it is.
Fucking worthless, brain-dead, scum-fuck bastard, pile of trash, mental dick face that should be gunned down in the street like the degenerate he is.
And then he gets banned.
It doesn't sound as bad when he reads it.
It doesn't. And he goes into this...
It sounds like a Dunky joke.
He goes into this whole thing about what the fuck kind of video game bans you from playing the video game for talking shit in the chat. It's a video game. Like, this is what it's here for.
Yeah.
So he does that. And this is 5 years ago, and it's a huge video because it marked the end of Dunky making League of Legends videos. And even at this point 5 years ago, to grow your channel from making League of Legends content and then to divert away from making League of Legends content was basically committing online suicide, in that whatever sort of audience you had is just gone now. You ruined it for yourself.
Because they probably aren't going to travel with you.
Yeah, people who play League of Legends, they don't play anything else because they have a bad taste in video games objectively. So why would they play anything that's interesting, right? But Dunky is probably like the only example of somebody who's moved away from League and has done just fine, which is why everybody really likes to rally behind him as he makes other videos. But
I just watch him for like reviews.
Exactly. Which he only started doing after he stopped making League content, which is why I'm not surprised that you didn't even know that was a video.
If you asked me what he did before YouTube, I would just assume he was like an IGN reviewer who got popular.
Nope.
You know what I mean?
Not at all.
But you know what I'm talking about, though?
I know exactly what you mean, though, yeah. So here's
even though he had a video making fun of IGN reviewers.
Right. So here's a video that he made like 4 days ago titled, "I'm Done Making Good Videos."
Today I'm throwing in the towel. For the past 10 years on YouTube, I have tried my hardest to put out funny and creative videos, and I want to thank all of you watching for supporting me all of these years. Because of you, I've been able to make hundreds of videos that I can be genuinely proud of. But sadly, I look around at the current YouTube landscape.
Okay, I thought it would be at the beginning of the video, but he does basically the same intro that he did from his League video.
Yeah.
Where he says he's done making good videos. And while this is mostly, or at least at the time, we thought mostly a shit post.
No. You thought. I messaged you, hey, do you want to talk about this? He's like, what, you mean Dunky's shit post video? And I was like, there was no doubt in my mind he was going to take this all the way.
So he uploads this video saying, "I'm done making good videos," in which he is still goofing around in his traditional Dunky style of comedy. But a very valid point that he makes is a comparison that he makes between himself, iDubbbz, Scott the Woz, JonTron, Nakey Jakey, Jax Films, and a few other people.
You forgot the first one, the best one.
Oh, sorry. Vsauce. Yeah. He takes the views of all these people, and I feel like on purpose he picked people who get less monthly views than he does. But he shows that all these guys do between 3 and 15 million views on average any given month, which for the record is a lot of views. If you're doing
more than most TV stations,
if you're doing between 1 million and 2 million views a month, you're racking in something to the tune of $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 before tax. That's enough to feed one guy. It probably wouldn't be feasible if you had a whole team of dudes, but that's enough money for one dude. You know what I mean? But then he compares it to, which I don't think is fair, he compares it to Markiplier, of whom does very close to 150, 200 million views every single month. And he just sort of makes this comparison of the difference between himself and all these other YouTubers that he's listed that do good videos, quote unquote. And I want to sort of break down what he means by that. As somebody like Markiplier, who sort of personifies any gaming YouTuber or daily YouTuber, who is a person who uploads rather than a couple times a month and tries to make it as good as they can in that time frame, rather uploads 5 times a week, 20 times a month. And the
that sounded like the only discrepancy or the difference he was making was the daily versus the people that plan out and craft a video.
No, because that's why he's saying I'm done making good videos. Because Markiplier is a bad example because Markiplier has such a legacy of how long he's been uploading. He hasn't had a ton of drama. He's done a ton of stuff for charity. It's very easy to see why he would get a lot of views. But his videos
are generally lower effort, I think.
That's what Dunky's saying, like inherently. right? You can't put out an internet historian style video 5 days out of the week. You can't. They take too long to make, right? But in general, they are more entertaining to watch than if you were to do that same video and do it in a day and didn't have the animation, didn't have the voice acting, didn't have the featured YouTubers. It was just you and a PowerPoint slideshow where, you know, better animation looks better than lower quality animation, right? That's sort of the idea. Yeah. But his point is that in order to get a consistent amount of views, he has to be uploading more frequently. And because he's had such success with everything from video game reviews to just like general shit posts to just, hey, I'm going to rant about Nintendo for 10 minutes and all of his videos get millions of views. It's like, you know, why am I taking the time to put all this effort into playing a game, thinking about the game, writing down a script, recording the script, editing the script to make this 10-minute video that takes me like 2 weeks when I could just do something that I can sit down and do in an hour, and so long as it's entertaining, it'll do just as many views, and I can do that 5 days a week.
Yeah.
And do the sort of numbers that Markiplier is. And he lists all these people, and these are people that make great videos. Red Letter Media, Scott the Woz, Jack's Films, Vsauce, Your Movie Sucks, Video Game Dunky. I can pretty much say, like, out of those 5 or 6 that I just listed, anytime those dudes upload, I watch their video, front to back. 100% of the time. 100% of the time. And if they were to change from doing, like, these guys don't upload that much. None of these guys upload that much. Scott the Woz does 2 videos a month. iDubbbz uploads like once a month. Red Letter Media uploads probably the most frequent out of anybody. Your Movie Sucks is a couple times a week.
I don't think John Sucks depends on what he's doing, because like Kimba the White Lion took him like freaking like a month to make.
Well, he does quickies now. So he
always did quickies, but like,
he always does quickies. Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I even watch the quickies. If he did a quickie every single day, I would probably still watch all of them. That might not be true for everybody, but that's sort of Dunky's point, is the transition between doing something super focused and making it as good as you can, which has sort of always been historically what, you know, like any YouTuber would give you that as advice, is make the best video you can to set yourself apart from everyone else, and then your audience will find you and you'll get views. But it's transitioned much more to like being sustainable and doing something that is repeatable and something that you can do over and over again, because realistically you're gonna have to do it a lot, right?
Yeah.
To do 150 million views a month, you can't just do one viral video every month. You can't. Like, you can't name a channel outside of Mr. Beast that does that kind of numbers on every single video. They do 10 million plus. Like, it's just too tough. Realistically, you would want to do as many videos as you can in a month and just get to the point where you're doing just enough effort for them to get 1 million views. Maybe that means doing really great stuff to get up to 10 million subscribers and then just playing Among Us with your friends. Maybe that means every single day or 3 times a week you're doing, you know, just a good enough video to get 3, 4, 5 million views, the way that maybe like Jacksepticeye or PewDiePie does. But he wants to make that transition. Or it's become clear now that he wants to make that transition. He had what everybody sort of assumed was a bit of a meme, in that he revealed a new schedule that he would have for the channel, as you can see listed here, where he would be doing... oh, am I going to find it? Yeah, where he would be doing... Motherfucker. Mondays, he'd be doing reaction videos. Tuesday, he'd be playing Among Us. Wednesday, Minecraft. Thursday, Among Us videos. Friday, reactions. Saturdays, Minecraft. Sunday, more Among Us. And this is unironically a YouTuber schedule.
No, this is real.
This is what plenty of YouTubers do. And lo and behold, the day afterwards, Dunky fucking uploads a reaction video reacting to the fakest gamer ever.
Oh. This was the original Among Us, by the way.
Was it?
That game show?
Oh, yeah. It was. So 2.5 million views. If we take a look at one of his quote-unquote good videos, Demon Dunk Souls Remastered. So taking a look at Demon Souls Remastered that came out, right? 2.3 million views, right? Should You Buy a PS5 a week before that? 3 million views. Bug Snacks. That's a huge game. Everybody was talking about that. Spelunky. Last of Us 2, right? These all have about 2 million views. He's got 1.5 million views on reacting, or 2.5 million views. He has more views than his Last of Us 2 video. It's only 38 seconds. It's not going to make him anywhere near as much money as one of these 8-10 minute videos.
That's gotta hurt.
But the dude's got a point. The dude's got a point. 2.5 million. That's not even the last one he did. He also did.
It's a low commitment having to watch a 30-second video.
Yeah, exactly. Number 15 for trending in gaming, Minecraft, but Donkey Kong steals my diamonds. 2 million views. This was uploaded, I think, less than 24 hours ago. This was uploaded 2 hours ago. It's at 500,000 views. I made $1 million Among Us 1v1 tournament. He totally fucking hasn't.
I just watched that.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's great. I think he's making an excellent commentary on the nature of where YouTube is heading. But if this is legitimately what he wanted to do, I'm happy to see more Dunky. I'll be honest. Even if it's only 30 seconds here, 5 minutes there, if he's uploading 6 days a week, I'll take that over seeing Dunky only once every 2 weeks. You know what I mean?
I don't know how I feel about that.
I mean, here's what I think the reality of the situation is.
I think I'm a weird person where I enjoy the longer format video, and I'm fine with it taking longer to come out.
Well, here's the thing. I don't think that the longer format videos are going away. Because when you've been doing something as uniquely and for as long as Dunky has done video game content, he's not going to move away from it. As much as I want to try and spread my wings a little bit and do other stuff on my channel, I'm never going to get away from memes. I love them too much. I'm always going to talk about memes. Yeah. But the fact that he's going to upload stuff like this, even if it's ironically, just to see how it does on his channel or however it might be, it's going to give him less like resentment when he makes his video game videos, because he'll be able to get way more views and be able to have fun and be creatively fulfilled with this other stuff on the channel, so that when he does sit down and make a video on Cyberpunk 2077, for instance, like, he's going to have all the passion in the world because he doesn't feel like he has to do it. He doesn't feel like, oh, this is the only video that's going up for the next 2 weeks. I better make sure it's super good. No, you
think this time next week he'll still be doing it?
He'll still be doing these
this shit post, basically.
I think I don't think he necessarily thought he would do this shit post for more than a week or two.
That's
when he started it. But I think once he sees just how many views he's getting and how much like support his audience has for whatever creative endeavor he wants to do, he will probably be more open to the idea of doing less labor-intensive videos in between his big projects. Because in his initial video, he did say that he needs to think,
happy medium.
I absolutely see a happy medium. I think that the only way to be sustainable for a long time on YouTube is to have that happy medium. In fact, even YouTube themselves has guidelines on saying how to be sustainable on YouTube. And they say to make community content, relatable content in between what they call your hero content. So your hero content is whatever you put your most effort into. For Your Movie Sucks, it would be his reviews.
Literally YMS.
His YMS. For Internet Historian, it would be, well, he doesn't do in between videos, but for his main stuff. For Dunky, it would be his video game stuff, right? Mm-hmm. But they say in between that hero content, once you have this video that's designed to get a lot of views and get the attention of a lot of people who haven't watched your content before, you also do community videos in between, which is lower effort and isn't designed to go super viral. Instead, it's designed to take the audience that you have and provide them with some value that you can put out easily. So, for instance, for me, it's the fucking Shpodcast, right?
Yeah.
These videos aren't necessarily designed to go super viral, right? The way that, like, you know, the titling and the thumbnails that you'll see on my main channel videos obviously is going to be a little bit more clickbaity, a little bit more aggressive, that sort of thing. Is PogChamp racist? Fucking is OnlyFans ruining memes? Ben Shapiro's rise and fall in the meme culture. That's my hero content. But then when you see videos that's just me talking to the camera, which is I've only done that once, right, on the 50K video, or when you see Shpodcast episodes, the points of these sorts of videos is that it doesn't take me 12 hours to make one of these videos the way that it does to do these main channel videos. But if you get one main channel video and a Shpodcast, whereas I'd never be able to do 2 main channel videos, not without quitting my day job, right? You get more content. And this sort of content doesn't need to be super fast-paced, highly edited. I can only use the best stuff. I have to make sure we're cutting every 45 seconds. Instead, we can take time to talk about the politics of YouTube culture and Disney Channel movie originals and Logic's new album, which you wouldn't be able to do in a hero video otherwise. So it's like, you know, so long as you're doing both, you can have a very nice balance between getting a lot of views and doing videos that make you really happy, whether that be the way that you edit them or the sorts of comments that you get, or just being happy that you can throw your hat into a discussion about anime, for instance. I've never been able to break into the anime community with my main channel stuff unless I was looking at anime memes, but even then I felt sort of distant from it. But to be able to sit down and just talk about anime for 45 minutes, that was fucking great.
Yeah.
Right? And it was only through that breakthrough of, you know what, maybe I can do other sorts of videos that I felt a huge weight lifted off of my chest, that I was like, yo, this is my channel. I can do whatever the fuck I want. And so long as I'm working in what has done well so far, if I want to try out other things, it's all going to be positive at the end of the day, right? Because the more videos I put out, the better I'll get at making videos, the more people will want to watch maybe. And I think that's what Dunky's discovering, because people like Dunky and anybody who really only puts out banger after banger after banger, I think they get really scared of doing lower effort videos because, you know, when you get used to every one of your videos hitting 3, 4, 5 million views after a month, like it gets really scary to think like, oh, what if I put out a vlog? Or what if I put out a video just talking to the camera? Like, I'm sure nobody would hate it, but if it only gets 500,000 views, like how's that going to make me feel? How's that going to look when like a sponsor wants to fucking, you know, G Fuel wants to reach out and they see every other video is only doing 1/10 of the views or whatever?
Yeah.
How do you see it? Do you think Dunky's going to stop after a week? You don't think this is a little bit indicative that he might be taking a bit of a turn to where it's like, hey, I want to do something other than these big video game videos I do?
I think I think it's just a week thing. He's just doing it for the shit post, and then he's just going to go back.
I hope not.
I legitimately, I think that's a very him move to do.
That's true.
But, you know, but I don't know. Like, you know.
What is your favorite Dunky video?
The Super Mario Bros. 2 video review.
That's interesting.
Because he does the Japanese one and not the American one.
Yeah, he's really fucking funny in that way. I like his comedy.
And unironically, Super Mario Bros. 2, the American version, is my favorite Mario game.
Oh, that's right. You said that before. You know what mine is? I think if you think about it, you'll know what mine is right away. It's not a video game video.
Oh, I thought you were going to say your favorite Mario game.
No, my favorite Dunky video.
Oh, is it one of the movie reviews?
My favorite Dunky video is YouTube gave all my subscribers to Will Smith.
Why do I not remember that one?
It was great. It was so alongside his video game videos, which are great, don't get me wrong, but one of the things that I really love about Dunky is that every YouTuber that you know has this sort of knowledge of YouTube. They have opinions on YouTube culture. Everybody either loves or hates Mr. Beast. Everybody either loves or hates the way that YouTube wants you to make 10-minute videos and wants you to make the most clickbaity thumbnails and titles that you can do. Everybody's got their opinions on these things because you have to. As a YouTuber, you sort of have to learn stuff and decide how you feel about certain things. There was a whole discussion that people had about celebrities coming onto YouTube and why YouTube feels the need to back up full-blown celebrities like Jack Black and Will Smith and, you know, super celebrate the fact that they hit 1 million subscribers and they did this and that when they already have a built-in audience, when it feels like they do less of that for content creators that started on YouTube and are, you know, whole-blooded YouTubers and nothing else versus a celebrity who's just jumped onto YouTube and overnight gains 900,000 subs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Dunky did this video sort of commenting on it. He didn't really say anything all that interesting, but he was basically like, the title was YouTube gave all my subscribers to Will Smith. And he's like, hey, what's going on, guys? I don't know what's going on, but I got an email this morning that said, hey, Dunky, you've been selected to join the YouTube Halloween Will Smith Spooktober promotion. we've taken all of your subscribers and given them to Will Smith. Thank you so much for being a part of this program. And I just don't understand. I'm looking at my channel and I have 0 subscribers. Like, what? Why does Will Smith need this many YouTube subscribers?
There's the video.
I don't know why I can't fucking find it. Yeah,
wait, no, you passed it.
Did I?
It's on the screen. It's on the screen right now.
I found it.
God.
I don't know who is going to see this, but I wanted to upload this anyway. So this morning, I got an email from YouTube, and it says, "Hello, channel named Video Game Dunky. We are notifying you that your channel has been selected to take part in the Chill with Will Halloween promo. As per guidelines, we have given all of your current subscribers to Will Smith. Also, during this promotion, any further subscribers you obtain will be automatically donated to Will Smith. Thank you and have a happy Halloween." So after I read this, I was just stunned. You know, everything I had built up over these years was just erased like that. I went
Does
to
it
check
bother you
my
that
channel
Will is not aligned with Chill? And that
I mean, I don't ever try to critique Dunky's editing because I've
no, he did that on purpose.
I feel like no, he didn't. I promise
yes,
you
he
didn't.
did. Yes, he did.
In his interview with H3 asked him how he records his videos, and he was like, fraps. And he was like, "You still use fraps?" He was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "You record so much to get really good highlights. Like, how do you look through all that footage?" And he was like, "When I get a really good highlight, I press F9 to stop the recording, and then I start the recording again. And then I know at the end of all the videos, there's a good clip." And it's like, dude, Dunky records his videos like I did when I was 14. What the fuck, dude?
You do what you're used to, man.
When I used to record Minecraft Let's Plays, I would record... Like I would play
where
for
are those.
There's a few on the channel, but I've privated most of them.
Okay.
I would record for like 3 hours, and I would literally do exactly that. I'd press F9 to start recording. "Hey guys, welcome back to a Minecraft Let's Play," and then at the end of it, I'd be like, "All right, see you next time." F9 to stop recording. F9 again to start recording. "Hey guys, welcome back to and I do 3-hour segments, and I'd have an entire week of content in like 2 days. And then I would go play some other shit. And then 5 days of Minecraft. I did that for like 2 or 3 weeks. I was like, dude, this is fucking easy. And it is fucking easy. If you're a gaming channel, you're lazy, honestly.
Yeah.
If the only thing you do are Let's Plays. Like, I don't think it gets all that much harder than that. But, yeah, dude, I respect this dude a lot because I feel like the number one thing that comes through in his content is his personality, and I feel like that's the only real way to make it on YouTube, is if you got a good personality. Like, you can't take somebody who's only known for video games and do a shit post that's 40 seconds long and get 2.5 million views. You can't. You just can't.
It's a good shit post.
Only somebody who's got a really good personality. Only Video Game Dunky or PewDiePie or fucking Summoning Salt. Only somebody who's got a real personality, passion behind what they do could do something.
He does have a shit post video too.
Who, Summoning Salt?
Yeah.
On what?
He did an April Fool's video.
On what?
It was like a Fisher-Price toy.
Oh, I saw that. That's what I was asking. I was like, I'm pretty sure I've seen that because I feel like I've seen something on his thing that felt out of his element.
I'm trying to find it. What was it called? But yeah, it was just like real life toys.
Right. Jax Films, one of your favorite YouTubers, actually also went through a phase like this. If you recall, Jax Films uploaded a video where he was basically like, "Hey, I'm kind of getting sick of Yais. What do you guys want to see? Do you want to see more videos, less videos? Do you want to see more jackasks? Do you want to see more, like, what do I do?"
Yeah.
And I don't remember what the consensus of that is, but Jax Films has still been regularly putting out videos, and he seems to be enjoying himself now, so thankfully it went well. Do you remember seeing that video? What were you thinking?
I didn't even watch that video. I remember seeing it. I just didn't click on it.
Well, what was your thought process? Like, do you know what Jax Films' upload schedule is now? Like, how often do you expect to see his videos pop up on your timeline?
Yeah, it was PMS.
Does he upload every week? Does he upload more than once a week?
No, it was multiple times a week because it was a schedule. It changed a lot, but it was usually a parody, a music video, and then a sketch was the old one.
Well,
but I don't know what it was. It has been recently.
Well, so you said that typically you're okay with waiting for longer form content.
With the shit post, I was totally fine with him doing it daily.
Well, that's
or
what
however often he wanted to.
Well, would you be okay with less Jack's films? Because I feel like he might be the exception to the rule for your case, because Jack's films doesn't really do longer form content, and
I did like his longer form stuff because he did do YGS 150 took forever to come out, but they were so worth the wait.
Were they? When you say forever, you mean several months.
Yeah.
If Jack's films only uploaded once every couple months?
No, I mean...
That'd be too much, right?
Yeah, he's doing the thing you talked about where YouTube said, like, hey, put out, like, little videos in between.
Yeah.
Which is what his Jack Ask is. Yeah.
I am planning on putting in my 2-week notice into my day job tomorrow. It's Sunday night. You guys should be seeing this Monday morning if I do this correctly. So that I can stop working my day job sometime by the middle or the end of December. And yeah, that's exactly my goal. What I want to do is not do anything too crazy. I kind of wanted to talk this through with you, Alex, because I don't have a concrete plan in motion here. I want to continue to do a concrete, either meme commentary video or something that's a nice 10, 15 minutes talking about memes on the internet, where we're at, what everybody's laughing at that week. I want to continue to do that once a week, as I sort of always have. I want to consistently do the Shpodcast. And by the way, starting probably next week, the Shpodcast is going to be live on Fridays on YouTube. I told you this earlier, but I think I'm going to make it official.
Yeah.
Because I think it's a good way to do this.
Yep.
Twofold. One, I think it's going to keep us honest and make sure that we always have a consistent time frame. But it's going to be live on YouTube. YouTube has been, for God knows what reason, has been very much prioritizing channels that go live. And I don't want to play video games here on YouTube. I have a Twitch for that. But I think we're going to do Fridays at either 5 p.m. or 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will let you guys know in a community post. But it will be live on YouTube. You should get a notification about an hour before that we go live that we will be going live with a title and stuff. We will have chat interaction. So in the beginning, we'll be able to take a look at messages that you guys send us live. We'll be able to see what you're saying as we're talking so that you can fact check all the things that we get wrong in real time. That's going to be fun.
God knows that's what the comment section is.
Holy shit, that's going to be fun. But it'll be cool. And then anybody who is a channel member will be able to use the fancy emotes that I have on YouTube. Anybody who is a Patreon sub will be able to get in any questions. We'll be answering those at the beginning of every episode. So live Shpodcasts are something that will be happening on Fridays starting next week probably. Also, and I wish I said this earlier than half an hour into the video, I will be doing a 12 or 24-hour stream of Cyberpunk 2077. It comes out Wednesday. It will either be on Wednesday or Thursday. But if you guys aren't going to be playing Cyberpunk 2077 when it comes out, I'll be streaming for basically a long time straight on Twitch. So all that's linked below. If you guys want to watch me play Cyberpunk, that's a thing. If you guys are really enjoying the Shpodcast, it will be live on Fridays. The replay will also be available. So even if you can't catch it live on Fridays, you'll still see them go live Friday nights or Saturday mornings or however that works out. As a VOD, as a live replay. I don't know what YouTube calls them, but that's a thing we're doing. But anyway, in addition to doing my normal once a week meme comedy related posts and a Shpodcast, I feel like the only thing I need to do on top of that is just one lesser video, whether it be a shit post or a fast food video. I think if I just do one additional video each week, that's like a healthy amount of YouTube uploads. Like if you were looking at my channel as a subscriber of mine, like somebody who didn't know me personally or was a part of the channel, like a main video, a lesser video, and a podcast each week, that's an output. That's quite a few uploads, right?
Yeah. I feel like your lesser video needs to be something channel related, like something a food tie-in.
What do you mean a food tie-in?
I don't know, because whenever I tune into your stream, there's always the pre-segment where you're just looking at foreign foods. I feel like that. I don't know if that was just like a few times.
On Twitch?
Yeah.
What?
I feel like I've looked in and you're like always looking at like ramen, like people eating and stuff, like just food channels.
Yeah, I do that all the time.
Yeah.
Are you saying because I do that on Twitch, I should also do food related stuff on YouTube, or are you not realizing I'm talking about YouTube?
I'm talking about YouTube. I'm saying you should do a cooking channel or a cooking episode.
I'm definitely doing fast food.
I'm saying you should do Sumito's Kitchen.
I don't like that idea.
I love that idea.
Only because, like, I can see my kitchen over there now, and I do have one of those little cutouts that I could stick in a camera, and it wouldn't be the end of the world. But then it's like, how would I do the audio? My computer's so far. I don't even have kitchen utensils, dude. I eat fucking ready-made stuff. I've got a cup of ramen sitting next to me.
Oh, no.
Anyway, I've really gotten
You've reverted back to college mode.
I have really gotten into fucking cup noodles lately. I moderately mentioned this, but something about I had a random cup of noodles the other day, and it was great. And I was like, yo, these cup of noodles are fucking banging. And then I went to my local Asian supermarket, and I bought everything that looked interesting. This is my cupboard right now.
Oh.
Shin Black. This black garlic oil stuff's great. I've got Bulldog cheese. For some reason, they love cheese and ramen. Hot and spicy shrimp. This one here is crazy. If you can find the cup noodle spicy seafood version, it's like a hot and sour thing.
I feel like I'm spoiled because every time I want ramen, I just order it off like Uber Eats.
I mean, that's the right way to do it. Most of these things don't even have meat in them. I mean, this one's got shrimp, but I'm typically like chopping up like meatballs or something to throw into my cup ramen.
Yeah.
But I got
same here.
I had my girlfriend buy me an electric kettle, which I feel like is something most people just have, but I didn't have one.
What's an electric kettle?
Like a kettle, like a water heater thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know what you mean now.
I got one of those. I bought 5 ramen bowls from my local Korean grocery store, along with some ramen spoons for these more packeted ones. Mm-hmm. And I've completely skipped over having to heat up anything on the stove. Because if I really needed to, I could take one of these guys, stick it in the bowl, cover it with hot water, and then just come back and dump everything into it, and then that bowl becomes a bowl of ramen. It's kind of caveman-y, but, you know?
Yeah.
Anyway, that's the thing. Do you eat a lot of ramen? Like packaged ramen, I mean specifically.
Not packaged, no.
No. You said you did buy some cup noodles recently, though, right?
Yeah, I did it just because I saw a TikTok from a creator I can't remember off the top of my head the name of. But basically, they were like doing stuff on how to, I guess, spice up the cup ramen to make it,
Yeah, I love those.
Like, I think I added like freaking like peanut butter to it. It was great.
Bruh, really? Oh, because like they do peanut sautés and peanut curries and stuff. So I guess
it made it thicker. It was nice.
The only thing I have done is add. I don't do it to the soups because it freaks me out. But anything that's more of a sauce rather than a soup, in the ramen, I'll always add Japanese mayo, and it just makes it like obscenely rich. But I want to start doing like soft boiled eggs and like fucking like can you? I've got all these ideas now. Actually, I could just get. They have this thinly sliced frozen brisket that you can buy from anywhere, I suppose. But it's like specifically for like Korean barbecue at home, where it's like all this pre-sliced brisket. And I have found that it's so thinly sliced that you can literally take it out of the freezer, throw it into a pan, and it'll cook up just fine. Literally no prep whatsoever. And it's so cheap because it's frozen beef. So I could literally do that, cook up beef, have some soft-boiled eggs, throw it into a cup of noodles, like throw the cup itself into a ramen bowl, and I've got,
ramen.
Probably the best ramen I could probably make at home for like $4. I could eat that all the time. That's my plan going forward, actually. Because
one thing that I've been craving is Korean barbecue because we used to go. Like, I used to go a lot.
Yeah.
To like the one by our house. But there's another one by us that I found out right now is selling like meal kits where it serves 4 and like it just gives you the raw meat to take home.
Korean barbecue hasn't shut down, right?
I know it hasn't, but I don't really want to go out to eat like in indoor places.
I have gone a couple times, and they do a pretty good job of like social distancing. Like obviously everybody's
Virginia's in the red.
Yeah, Virginia's fucking dying. Yeah,
everywhere is, but yeah, I just don't want to add to it.
I feel that. I mean, we could totally do, I don't know if my kitchen's any better than your kitchen, but we could totally do a home Korean barbecue thing one day. Get one of those propane stovey boys and some, like they have straight up.
Today at work, you know what like a stovetop griddle is?
Yes.
I was thinking of getting like a giant one for my house.
Do you have a gas stove?
No, but ours is an electric, like induction one, like electromagnetic.
Oh, okay.
It's like my grill is like 2 inches thick.
Yeah, I mean, so long as it's got a flat bottom, yeah, it'll work just fine. I have an electric stove at this place, but it's the glass top electric stove, so you can't really use any sort of cast iron on them. I mean, you can, but it's
so is mine. It just needs to be magnetic.
No, it'll work just fine in terms of electromagneticity, but you don't really want to use. You don't want to use cast iron on glass because it's very easy to scratch the fuck out of it.
I was gonna use steel.
Yeah. If you get something smooth, it'll be just fine. But I have like a small cast iron pan that's designed for like one burger or like a solitary egg that my girlfriend bought at Target, and it freaks me out to put that on like an all glass surface because
this one I was looking at looks like a hibachi grill.
Yeah, dude. I mean, honestly, what I want to do is just get a little propane stovetop thing, like one of those individual burners. Because I just hate electric stoves. They piss me off.
I don't know. I like them.
I don't.
Gas scares me.
You don't have electric. You have induction. The induction's like the best of both worlds. The issue I have with electric is that because the coils have to heat up, the glass needs to heat up the pan. It takes forever for the pan to get hot. And then once it's hot, the glass is residually hot. So even if you drop down the power of the electric heater, the glass stays equally hot until it cools off to match that of the electric heater. So like whatever you have your stove set to, it's always like 30 seconds behind of what the actual heat output is.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, if you have a gas stove or if you have an induction stovetop, or if you turn down the heat, it drops immediately, the heat of the pan. On an electric stove, it doesn't. The glass stays equally hot, and like if your food is burning or if it's way too hot, you literally have to take it off the glass. That's all you can do, because just turning down the thing is not going to affect any of the heat for like 45 seconds. It's so annoying, actually. Maybe I'm just stupid. Maybe I'm just bad at using electric stoves. That could also totally be true.
With my stove, it's like 9 is instant the temperature of the sun, and everything below 9 is like it's kind of hot.
It's not just the temperature of the sun. It's do you get the nice loud vibration sound?
Ringing noise.
Yeah.
The thing about mine is if you put 2 pots next to each other and turn them on to different temperatures, you get the weirdest ring.
Interesting. I hear if you do it with all 4 parts. If you do it with all 4 pots, it opens a gate to another realm.
Yeah, I've seen Cthulhu.
Yo, that's pretty wild. Yeah, induction stovetops are cool because you can get portable ones, like individual ones, if you don't have an induction stovetop. So if you end up in like an apartment that's got a gas stove and it scares you, you can just get an induction stovetop. Is that going to work? Would that work for Korean barbecue? I guess they probably make adequate things for it.
I mean, probably. I don't see why not.
Cool. Well, yeah. I mean, that's my plan going forward. I think I'm going to continue to do a video each week, like I normally do, and then just try and work in maybe like here's the God mode thing, right? The God mode. I'm going to throw up a notepad thing, right? The God mode thing would be to do what Dunky's doing, where it's like he does a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, right? He does a thing every day, which is not easy to do. But like Monday, we could say that like, let's say I record all weekend and I put out like a This Week in Memes, right? And then Tuesday I do, or I would just do 2, right? Tuesday I could do like a fast food video, because I can feasibly just think of a fast food idea that I want to try. I could go out, eat it, come home, cut it up. It probably wouldn't take me more than 5 hours total, right?
True.
So I could do that. But then what do I do Wednesday? I guess I could do a shit post, like just something that is maybe less than 10 minutes, like when the anime says the name of the anime. something like that.
Like if you maybe said like made a poem for a female YouTuber.
Yeah, exactly. Simp poetry.
Yeah.
That sort of thing. Something that sort of I could pre-conceive and pre-prepare for, but I could realistically cut and edit down and wouldn't take more than, the 8 hours that I have in a working day. Thursday?
I think you should do a Throwback Thursday and do a deep dive into YouTubers' old content. I don't know, man. That just came off the top of my head.
I do like the idea of a Throwback Thursday, but then Friday some other thing. So this would be the God list. This would be if I was aiming to hit 100,000 subscribers as fast as possible. This would be the upload schedule. Realistically, once I get into the rhythm of things, I'm not against the idea of doing this, because so long as I have an idea of how long it would take me to make stuff, it's great because it's kind of like working out every part of your body in the gym. I get to do a really nice, polished, edited, and storytelling video on Monday. I get to do a relaxed fast food thing on Tuesday. I get to do a super ironic, satirical shitpost Wednesday. And then maybe like a gaming video Thursday, Shpodcast.
Oh, yeah.
Shpodcast Fridays. Like this would unironically literally be what I do. And I would take Saturday and Sunday to plan out exactly what I'm going to record and do throughout the week. Maybe I get a head start on recording the fast food video on Monday, something like that. But then 5 videos a week, 4 videos in a Shpodcast. I knock all that out during the day. And I'm streaming Monday through Friday at 8 p.m., 7 p.m., whatever. So I'm doing that at night. This is full-blown YouTuber shit.
Yeah.
If I had this kind of output, not a doubt in my mind, I probably wouldn't need to worry about paying my rent or anything immediately, right? I would probably be just fine with this kind of output. The issue is I need to work up to this, because right now my schedule is on Monday I put out This Week in Memes, and then Tuesday through Friday I just do fucking nothing, bro. And then next Monday we do a Shpodcast. That's currently how it's laid out.
Yeah.
But to be fair, it's because I'm working. So, that being said, so here's the question, right? What if you were just a viewer of? Let's pretend you enjoyed watching my videos. Let's take that. Let's pretend that's the case for a second.
I can try.
Right?
I can try really hard.
Just try really hard for a second.
Gotta get in the mindset.
Pretend that you enjoyed watching the stuff that I did. Would you rather have one full-blown This Week in Memes, or what I like to call mementary videos, meme commentary videos? Would you rather have one of those every week and then maybe like a Shpodcast every other week? I think that's at our height. I think that's how often we were uploading. Would you rather have that, or would you rather have this whole list where you have 5 videos every week, but maybe the This Week in Memes or the mementary videos aren't as groundbreaking as they have been. Maybe they're a little bit less effort. But then you also get a fast food video, you get a shit post, you get another sort of video on Thursday and a Shpodcast. Guaranteed.
It very much depends on what it looks like and what the quality. You know what I mean? In theory,
we'll break it down for me. At what point in quality, I don't know how many of my YouTube videos you've watched, but at what point in quality would you be willing
I would love to say I've watched more, but it's weird because I'm used to talking to you.
Right.
So watching your videos to me is so one-sided. It's weird.
No, I'm 100% not trying to shit on you for it. I totally
know you're
get
not.
it.
I'm just trying to say from my point of view, it's so weird.
But being as familiar with the stuff that I've uploaded so far as you are, I watch
stuff.
At what point do you think it would be? At what quality of video do you think it would be worth that I could reasonably do in a week? That it would be worth not doing any of this. If I don't do fast food, if I don't do shit posts, and I give up the Shpodcast, I only do 1 video a week. I would argue I've never made a video on my channel that's worth, as much as all 5 of these.
Suck.
Yeah, exactly. pretty much every one of the videos that I've uploaded have never taken me more than 8 or 10 hours at most. They get really hard to make because I do them all in one sitting. So even when I say it takes 6, 7 hours.
I'm not trying to shit on your content because I don't want to, but I think a lot of the people who do those like once in a while videos, I don't know. I feel like there's like a lot of research, but with your stuff, it's more just like what you're coming up with as a commentary. But it's not like you don't have to like search resources and stuff.
Not generally. Because I'm doing videos that are in my wheelhouse of knowledge. So yeah,
and
I've
and
made that easy
stuff
for myself. Yeah.
But like you got like I want to use like your movie sucks when he did the Kimba stuff because I love the Kimba videos so much. Where like he like streamed most of it and he did so much goddamn research into how many levels and how many like he watched like all of Kimba, the White Lion and stuff and just went into a crazy amount of detail.
Yep.
Like I don't know that when you go to that much detail and you do that much work into it, you could justify,
Can you? Here's the thing.
I think you can.
If he didn't upload any other videos, all he did was the Kimba video, would it be worth it? Absolutely fucking not. The last time he did a Your Movie Sucks was months ago otherwise.
From my viewer perspective, it's worth it to me.
Yeah,
because I think it's a masterpiece. I don't know what his perspective is on it.
Because you have other videos to watch. So if we take a look at Adam's channel, right? Your Movie Sucks, Adam. His Kimba the White Lion video has 3 million views. That's a lot of fucking views. That's a good amount of views, right? But that being said, has he done any Your Movie Sucks since then? Oh, he did one where I'm thinking of ending things. That's a really good movie, by the way. Did you see that?
No.
It's a really cool movie. So I have a better example. Do you know who Joseph Anderson is yet? I've told you to watch him before.
You talked about him in like your top 5.
So Joseph Anderson has this video on The Witcher. It's a 3-part video. Do you see the length of this, by the way? 4 hours, 18 minutes.
Yeah, that's a big boy.
At the beginning of that video, Joseph Anderson says that not only has he played all the games, he's read all the books, seen the Netflix movie, taught himself Polish to read the books in their original dialect to make sure that he understood the nuances of the story, and a few other things. He made a few jokes about growing his hair out and tying it back so that he would look like Geralt and stuff like that.
I'm like a quarter Polish and I haven't done that.
An obscene amount of research. There is nobody on earth who does the amount of research for something the way that Joseph Anderson does for a video game. Absolutely nobody. No chance in hell, right? But
no way.
But let's pretend he didn't upload this Witcher 2 video at 1.3 million views. 2.4 million views from 8 months ago. In 8 months, he's done 2.4 million views on that video. Let me pause for a second.
With YouTube analytics, can he tell how many people went through the entire 4 hours?
Yes. Well, not how many people have gone through the entire 4 hours. He can look
at when they dip.
When most people dip and on average how long people watched, which you can either interpret as, let's say at 1 hour, he has 10% of people remaining, which for a 4-hour video, you typically lose almost everybody in the first 15 minutes, right?
Yeah.
So if it says that the average retention was 10% of people watched until 1 hour, you can either look at it as 90% of people left the video at 1 hour, 10% of people made it to 1 hour, or
10% of people fell asleep.
Or like at the end of the video, if the remaining amount is 7%, you can either look at it as 7% of people watch the whole thing, or most people watch 7% of the video. Either one of those will give you roughly the same amount of like watch time, right? But my point is 2.4 million views in 8 months is not over the course of 8 months. I do more views than that.
Yes.
Have you thought about that?
I'm the viewer perspective.
Like, right, but I'm saying take a look at it from the YouTuber's perspective, because
I understand what you're saying.
This particular analysis,
it's a lot of effort for not as much payoff.
It's not even that. It's not even guaranteed payoff, because look what he did 4 months before that. Return of the Obra Dinn, 20 minutes, far from the same amount of effort.
His only fault is that he didn't make a 4-hour video, obviously.
Exactly. But like the Witcher video took so long. It's a meme on his channel because not only did this come out 8 months ago or whatever, But he's been talking about making this video for, I can see, because he did an update video. He did, right here, subjectivity is implied. On this, he did an update 2 years ago saying, it's a fucking meme. He goes, The Witcher 3 video is taking a little longer than I thought it would. And then a year and a half before he actually uploads it. But that Witcher video took so long that he made a Patreon. That he was like, there was absolutely no way. Oh, actually, this is the update video. The Lion, the Witcher, and the Patreon.
Oh.
That's the update video. So it was even longer than that. Where are you? That video took him so long, 3 years ago. 3 years ago to get this video out. 2.4 million views is a lot of fucking views. But in the same notion, in the exact same notion, this is what Dunky did.
In a day.
In a day. The amount of views, right? Granted, Joseph Anderson probably made 50 times the amount of money because this is a 4-hour video. Even if you're only watching 5 minutes of this, he's going to have skyrocketed amounts of money compared to how much Dunky would get on a video that's only 5 minutes long. But in terms of like impressions, in terms of impact, in terms of where they're going to rank on the gaming trending page of YouTube, like this isn't sustainable. Joseph Anderson
I thought the moral of the story was make more 4-hour content.
So, I mean, it should be. It should be, right? Because nobody's going to look at any one of Dunky's videos, aside from the few that he's had that have gone beautifully. Like, when I recommend channels to you, I didn't bring up Dunky in my top 5, right? And, you know, I don't think I'm going to be in anybody's top 5 YouTube videos by putting out 5 videos a week, and 2 of them took me less than 3 hours. I don't think that's how you get to be somebody's top 5 YouTubers. But, you know, the alternative is to work on your craft to the point where you're basically making a masterpiece, but then get to the point where it's unsustainable as a job. And the only way to put in as much time as this guy does to do a video like this, read several books, play through 3 very large games, right? Research the development team behind them, see the impact on the games that they made versus Cyberpunk coming out later from the same developers, reading the books behind them, tying together all the story just for a video, or several videos in this case, right? It basically has to be your job. You can't devote that much time to something at his age with several kids and a wife unless it's paying the bills. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We definitely need... On YouTube, we need more Joseph Anderson type people making content than we do fucking PewDiePie's uploading. PewDiePie's not a good example, but people just uploading Among Us videos every single day, right?
I wish I wasn't part of that problem, but I fucking watch those up like it's nobody's business.
Well, they're entertaining, but that's sort of the double-edged sword here. Is entertainment is twofold. When you watch a lot of YouTube, you need a lot of stuff to watch. So just one person uploading an Among Us gameplay might not be enough for you, even if they cut it down to a very entertaining 15 minutes, or they play enough games to give you a gimmick of 45 minutes of me not moving and winning games as the imposter. Like, it takes a lot of time. Maybe they put it together entertaining. But at a certain point, you watch enough of these videos to where they get super popular, everybody's making them, and now you have an overflow of... You have all the videos in the world you could watch because they're super popular. You could watch from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to sleep and watch nothing but your favorite Among Us videos, and they will be there for you. But eventually, you'll get sick of it, and you'll want to watch something with a little bit more substance. And it's like
I myself had like an internship once where, for whatever reason, something happened where I couldn't actually do the job, but I still showed up every day and sat like by myself in the basement and got paid. Right. And I watched so much YouTube during that internship that I ran out of shit to watch. So like the small form content stuff to me was just like, it didn't use up enough of my day because I would just go through so much of it that I just needed long form videos.
Yeah.
To just waste my time to get me through the day. So that's where I strayed away from watching. Like, I used to watch like basic gaming stuff like Sea Nanners and like Gassy Mexican,
right?
And then like I just totally strayed away from that and just went to like long format videos.
Yeah, I mean, and here's the thing: I don't think the difference is shorter videos versus longer videos, right? I think the difference is I don't know how to word it. The way that I can sort of measure it is how likely you are to rewatch a video. So it doesn't matter how many millions of views a Mr. Beast video gets, right? You're never going to rewatch it.
I've never even watched one.
Neither have I. But you're never going to well, I've watched a few. But you're never going to rewatch it because all the entertainment of it is in the unknown factor of the video. And it's a very strong emotional pull in the title is kind of clickbaity, the thumbnail's kind of mysterious, you really want to see what's going to happen at the end. But then when you're done, the journey wasn't the fun part. The ending and discovering, do they actually get the diamond and win $100,000 is the ending. But you're never going to rewatch that. Meanwhile, I have rewatched this Joseph Anderson versus Fallout 76 video at least 30 times, front to back. I have put this video on. I have put on his God of War video. I have put on all of the horror games that he's played through. I have put on every single one of these videos on my way to work and just listen to this man talk passionately about this video game's ups and downs. Time and time again. I've done the same thing with Internet Historian. I've done the same thing with JonTron. I've done the same thing with Dunky. Just listening to these motherfuckers talk, because they're so passionate with the effort that they put into their video, I just like that. I know every twist and turn. I know everything that they're about to say. I know the conclusion they're going to get to. I've even played the game that they're talking about, which is a rare thing. But I'm willing to sit through it again because I just love how passionate they are about the thing. And I think that's maybe what you should strive for with your YouTube videos. Not necessarily make a video that people want to watch 30 times, but be the sort of ball of energy that people want to hang out with throughout a video from front to back. Even if it's your third or fourth time through, even if it's about something. Like at this point, if Red Letter Media decided to sit down and review different flavors of pies, you'd sit and watch that.
Yeah.
It's got nothing to do with movies. But that's not really the reason that you're there. You like the characters, you like the way that they discuss things, you like the little personality quirks that they have bouncing back and forth. That's what I like about Joseph Anderson. His almost to a fault overly analytical take on something that isn't necessarily need to have over analysis. This isn't, world hunger. This isn't the architecture of a prison that needs to be perfect. It's a video game. It's a video game that I've played. It's a thing that I played through, and I was like, yeah, I also thought this wasn't that great. But man, is it nice for someone who's much more intelligent than I am to have the actual numbers behind why this didn't feel good in the video game. Same thing with Video Game Dunky.
For sure.
Anyway, all that stuff. I wonder what YouTuber has the best middle ground. What YouTuber... I guess you'd have to set a time to it. So what YouTuber makes the best video and uploads at least once a week? Or 3 times a week, or twice a month, or whatever.
That's a hard question.
It is. I mean, who do you think makes the best YouTube videos in the category of takes a long time to make videos, but then there's something you're going to watch right away, maybe rewatch a bunch of times, like a JonTron or an iDubbbz or somebody like that? I don't know if I even have a good answer for that. I feel like my answer would probably be Internet Historian.
If you watch all Red Letter Media stuff, they're pretty good. Just because they have the review, the half in the bag, and the best of the worst.
Right.
With best of the worst being the thing that people gravitate towards.
You said on the last episode that Red Letter Media, I could watch through half in the bag and best of the worst and not really have seen any of those movies and still enjoy their videos on it?
Yeah.
Is that true?
For sure. For best of the worst, for sure, because no one ever watches any of those movies.
Oh, sure. Yeah, right.
People just rely on their... review or their take, because they even say for most of the stuff on there, don't watch it. It's not worth your time.
Yeah, I remember them.
Let us summarize it.
I remember them saying that for whatever the other video was on their episode with it. Did you see that all of what's his face's movies are on YouTube now?
Neil Breen.
All of Neil Breen's movies are available on YouTube.
They always were.
What?
That's where I watched them.
Really? He tweeted just the other week. I saw Adam retweet that Neil Breen tweeted that Fateful Findings and Double Down and the other one are all available on YouTube. Maybe he meant for free?
I watched Double Down on YouTube.
Like a long time ago?
like maybe 3 years ago.
Okay, maybe Breen's just being Breen.
I don't
Like
know,
you watched
man.
on YouTube, like somebody else uploaded it, or you bought it?
Bro, I can't. No, someone uploaded it.
Oh, that's motherfucker. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying they're available on YouTube Movies. Like you can pay for it and add it to your YouTube purchases and watch it there.
That's completely different.
Yeah, like you don't need to go through the fucking ordering the DVD off this fucking website and typing in what movie you need.
What a strange man.
Did you see that in Adam's
I
video?
tried doing it.
Oh my god.
I didn't feel comfortable.
For those of you at home that don't know what I'm talking about, Your Movie Sucks Adam talked about watching Fateful Findings. And he said even the process of getting the movie to watch was an absolute fucking nightmare. Because when you buy a movie off of Neil Breen's website, let me find it.
It's hard to find. It's fine.
When you try to buy a movie off of Neil Breen's website, this is his website, by the way. The only way to buy the fucking... I can't even find it. The only way to buy the video or if you want to buy Fateful Findings, the way that you have to buy the movie Fateful Findings is to buy the movie Double Down and then in the comments write that you actually want Fateful Findings.
But nowhere is it stated on the website.
And it doesn't say that anywhere.
It's a Facebook post.
Adam said
someone wrote.
Oh my goodness. It was on a Facebook post saying this is what you have to do. So he doesn't even make it easy to buy his fucking indie films.
Written by someone else, if I remember. Not even Neil Breen.
Not even Neil Breen. There's somebody else was like, hey, this is how you get his other movie. Thank God they're cult classics, because how the fuck would anybody be watching Neil Breen's movies otherwise,
They're not,
dude?
I wouldn't call them classics since they're still coming out.
That's true.
He's still making movies. He's been making them for like 20 years now. Almost. Not 20 years, like maybe like 12.
He gives me hope.
13.
He gives me hope.
No, Double Down was how he started, bro.
Really? Oh, well, I don't know. I haven't seen the movies. I just know the names of them.
Fateful Findings is probably the most entertaining. I don't want to say most entertaining because the new ones are great too. But Fateful Findings was pure. He didn't know what he was doing was bad.
Right.
What else was there? What was the new one? There was one where he had all the bankers killed. Oh, that's all of them. Never mind.
Okay, so who would you say does the best in the category of doesn't upload that frequently but does very high grade videos when they do upload? I think mine would probably be a tie between Internet Historian and Frederick Knudsen. I feel like
someone who doesn't upload?
Someone who specifically doesn't upload super frequently but does very like their videos are worth it because they don't upload super frequently. Like I would say you can't pick anybody who's uploading more than once a month.
I'm looking through my subscriber list at this point.
Oh, I guess I should do that too.
Vsauce was up there.
They used to upload every week though, didn't they?
I don't remember that. I think CGP Grey is good, but he does like...
Oh, JCS Criminal Psychology. This might actually need to be my answer. I love Internet Historian. I love Frederick Knudsen. But these guys literally upload like... They've only uploaded 10 times. And every single one has been 2 months apart. But this dude, Jim Can't Swim, Criminal Psychology, this dude does this commentary on the psychological breakdown of how like murderers and serial killers and sometimes innocent people talk during their interrogations and exactly the movements and mannerisms and verbal cues that they go through that shows whether or not they're innocent or guilty. And most of it is just told through the footage, and it's just him chiming in every now and again to tell you what you should be paying attention to. And it's mesmerizing. This one's about Casey Anthony. This one's about this girl named Jennifer whose parents were super Asian and strict and decided that she needed to either finish school or break up with her drug dealer boyfriend. And her solution was to instead stage a home robbery where she had the rest of her family killed. And it breaks down like everything about her trying to pretend to be innocent. And they were like, how come they killed your parents but then didn't kill you? And she didn't have a great answer. And then he starts analyzing how she's breaking down with
why is that her job to answer their motives?
Exactly.
Wait a second.
But like
I'm not saying she didn't do it, but
you can see the watch times on all mine. I binged the fuck
Yeah,
out of this channel. These guys are insane. I would say a tie between those guys.
Kazart makes good videos too.
He does. I don't like watching his stuff anymore. They always make me sad.
It's depressing.
Yeah, they always make me sad.
The nihilism hurts. Oversimplified was in my top 5 before, and they make their videos come out like every 2-3 months, I think.
Right.
Oh, every 4 months it looks like. But every one of them is super entertaining. Like they're history based, but you could watch them and you'd laugh.
Right. Oh, I also like Terminal Montage. You know Terminal Montage, the dude who does the animated shitpost speedruns? And just goes through the entire speedrun, but animates in a goofy way. He puts a disclaimer at the beginning of all of his videos that says not to re-upload them because they take him a long time to make. But this dude uploads not super frequently. It looks like he's pretty consistently once a month, but I'm 10 million views on every video. That's pretty intense.
Holy shit.
Yeah, he does stupid. He had one video that was just sort of right here, just a bunch of question marks, 24 seconds, letting you know that his next video was coming up soon. And that was 3.5 million views, and it was the top video on trending for a day. He does stupid numbers. Okay, what about somebody who uploads super frequently? Who do you think is the best YouTuber that uploads 5 days a week?
5 days a week? Oh, that's a...
it's got to be either a vlogger or a gamer.
I literally don't follow people that upload daily.
I don't know if I do either. I mean, I guess maybe Badlands Chugs.
There's one YouTuber I consistently watch that uploads daily, but it's not even
Oh no, your answer would probably be Critical.
Oh, no, that should be my answer, but that wasn't what I was gonna say.
What were you gonna say?
Pangea Panga plays Mario Maker and he uploads daily.
Oh.
And I just fucking love... Dude, I love Mario Maker. I don't know if we've talked about it.
I don't think... Not Mario Maker, no. I know you liked old retro Mario games, but not Mario Maker.
Mario Maker is the hotbed of the hottest garbage in the world.
Really? Or that's your take on it, I mean?
No, but you can make legitimately amazing levels in Mario Maker.
But that's what I thought most people did.
That's not what I'm watching for. People make the hottest garbage. And oh, it's so entertaining. I recommend watching Mario Maker games, gameplay. It's hilarious.
I didn't realize this dude uploads multiple times a week, but my answer might be J-Rose11. I've told you about this guy. He's doing a run through of Pokemon Red and Blue with every Pokemon.
Ooh, solo?
He's hacking in the Pokemon to be his starter.
But only using one Pokemon the whole game?
One Pokemon and one HM slave. That's it.
Okay.
And he doesn't save in between the final 4 battles, and he doesn't use any items during battles.
What a fucking G.
So he does it completely legitimately, and he has a running scorecard of the in-game timer for each Pokemon, so he can rank, this Flareon is better than Jolteon because I beat the game 20 minutes faster because he has a higher speed, so I was critting more often.
Can you think of a single daily upload YouTuber that isn't a gaming channel?
Not anymore.
That isn't Critical?
I mean, Casey Neistat back in the day, but I mean, outside of a vlogger, which is basically what Critical is on his main channel, and maybe, I don't even know if the Vlog Brothers do a thing every day. Does anymore. Linus upload every day? Linus might upload every day, but he's a straight up media company. Oh, Good Mythical Morning.
That's a morning show. Does that count?
Yeah, I mean, counts. 5 days a week.
That counts.
But that's what I'm saying. To be able to get to that production quality, your answers would realistically need to be Good Mythical Morning, Linus Tech Tips, Critical. It's either got to be something that has a massive team behind it so that they can record 3-4 episodes in a day so that they can
Philip DeFranco.
Yeah, so that they can upload every day. Or somebody whose content is low quality enough that it isn't super stressful for them to upload every day, like Critical.
Yeah.
So then what do you think is the best middle ground? Who do you think is somebody that uploads somewhere between twice a week and twice a month that does the best possible videos in that amount of time?
As a solo channel, or as if it's a bunch of people behind it?
I mean, I'd be surprised if either one of us could even give a good answer at this point. Good Mythical Morning, Linus Tech Tips, they make some pretty great videos, but they're informative, so it's very easy to do the research on the back end and then just you know, the only thing that's really holding them up is Linus being on camera and recording it, right? So if you can take every 15-minute video, turn it into a 45-minute recording session, do 8 of those a day, then you can do 7 videos a week and just do the editing in the off time, the writing in the off time, and just have Linus on the screen for all the times that are actually important. And they do the same thing with Good Mythical Morning and what have you. But then if you're not uploading every day, you're uploading once a week, then, you know, you have to be doing more than those guys are, right? Something better than those guys are. And I don't think that's true. I think you either get into the rhythm of doing several videos a week because you have a good production schedule, or it takes you longer because you don't have a team behind you.
Yeah, I was going to say SB Nation or Secret Base, but that's like a whole like writing staff behind it, or whole company behind it.
SB Nation? Secret Base?
Yeah.
What are these guys?
It's a sports YouTube channel, but like...
You watch sports?
I'm a big sports guy.
How are we friends?
Most people don't know that.
I guess that's true.
I have,
were you not being ironic when you said you were an Arsenal fan last week?
No.
Oh.
No, I was not.
Interesting.
No, but they do content. They do both sides of sports where they do the numbers, but they also do like a thing called beef history where they talk about like times 2 people had like straight up beef in sports.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I see
like,
some of these.
But like clapbacks and stuff, and like people like fighting through the media and stuff. Not just like actual fights, but just like petty stuff where they just document it all and what we know about. But they also do like you know, anywhere between like 8 to like 15-minute videos, 20-minute videos. But if you look like towards the middle of your screen, you're going to see the history of the Seattle Mariners Supercut Edition, which is 3 hours, 40 minutes.
Jesus.
Where they do the entire history of the Seattle Mariners.
That's pretty nuts.
But like, and I think originally it was like a 5-part video series, but basically like they have like smaller stuff like the beef history, the ringless stuff or whatever you call it. But they also have this one guy named John Boyce who makes the long videos, like the hour-long videos.
Right.
Where he tells like stories through stats and like actual like human like elements, like stuff you'd actually like care about, called Chart Party, and it's like the most interesting thing on YouTube.
Interesting.
Like he did the story of like there was
Shaq
this one
once had to
Olympics.
fight his grouchy little teammate.
Yeah. This channel is sports, but it's like the best of everything YouTube has. It's like short stuff and long stuff.
I kind of like the little tag that they have at the bottom of all of their thumbnails. I have been looking for some sort of thumbnail border or tag that I could make that would make it very obvious that it's like, hey, this is a SumitoMedia video.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily love the idea of doing them, but I feel like it can help. Their views are pretty solid. I mean, 200,000 to 300,000 views with 1 million subs, and they're uploading a couple times a week. That's respectable.
Yeah.
You're saying this is a whole team, though? This is several guys?
This is like a whole writing staff.
How often does Scott the Waz upload?
They just rebranded. So I said SB Nation, but I think did just change their YouTube channel to Secret Base.
I saw that they changed their name to Secret Base, yeah. Damn, Scott the Waz uploads twice a week. That's a lot. I don't know if he has any writers because it feels like it's just him, but that's a lot, dude. For basically nothing but Nintendo content is effectively what he does.
Yeah. Well, I watch Ryu Car, who basically does all Nintendo stuff.
Ryu Car?
First one. Yeah.
660,000 subs.
I do a lot of Mario Maker stuff.
Right.
I watch mostly his Mario Maker stuff because he plays the hot garbage that I crave.
Yeah. So to get this, so I wonder what that means for me, because it looks like the only people that can really get away with doing more than one video a week are people who have big teams or are doing gaming to some extent.
Yeah.
Because it's tough to make anything that's really worth watching without taking the time to both research and think of a good idea and execute it in a way that's like retaining, like makes you want to watch through the entire thing. Oh, he uploads every day though.
That's a new thing, to be honest.
Oh,
like,
okay.
He just started going to like hyperdrive. He actually like kind of did what you did. over the course of time where he quit his job, and it was like a thing where he's like, I'm going full time now. Because I was with him when he was way smaller.
I mean, that's the thing. I think I've said this in a Shpodcast before, but maybe it's been Twitch. But my concern is that right now between YouTube and Twitch, I'm making just about as much money as I would need to have my rent paid, my bills paid, and then have like an extra $300 left over for like food and whatever. Like stuff that I could cut down the cost of and it wouldn't be dire to me, right? And my concern is that that is the case now in November and December, which is when YouTube ad rates are the highest, and they plummet in January. So because I'm looking at quitting my job in December, if I just did the videos that I do now and just got the amount of views that I did now, that's probably going to be cut in half come January. So it makes me wonder how many more videos, if even doing more videos, would compensate for that drop. You know what I mean? Like, assuming that I make my one video a week exactly as I currently do, and that one video a week gets as many views as it currently does, right? And I just utilize the extra 40 hours a week that I have from quitting my job to do something other than that. My production schedule for the main video is untouched, and all I'm doing is adding more content to it. I don't think it's possible for my numbers to go down, right? That doesn't make any sense.
No, that does not make sense.
Right? If I got consistent by doing a Shpodcast every week, and then I just worked in an extra video or two on top of what is already established to be kind of working, yeah, well, it's not going to explode. Should be okay. I hope. I don't know. We'll see. Please support on Patreon. Yeah. I mean, do you have any last thoughts on the sort of YouTube climate? If you found yourself playing through Mario Maker levels and then got to a point where you could comfortably quit your job, I always thought that I'd get to a point where I was making way more money than I would need, and then it was like, well, why am I even working? But instead, the reality of the situation's been very different. What do you think you would do? What do you think? If it took you 6 months to make a video, and then suddenly you were like, hey, I'm making a bunch of money from this, but I'm sick of taking 6 months to make a video. Like, as somebody who doesn't really do YouTube at all, like, what's it feel like to somebody who's mostly a viewer?
Sorry.
I don't even really know what I'm asking. Say your favorite YouTuber uploads like once every 2 months, and it's always the greatest thing you've ever seen, and you're always looking forward to it. They're so great, right?
Yeah.
And then they go, hey, it's taking way too long for me to make this kind of videos. I'm going to start doing smaller weekly stuff. Do you feel bad? Do you kind of cringe? Do you kind of go, oh, it's never going to be as good as last time? Or are you kind of like, hey, I'm happy to have more content from this dude? What's your immediate reaction to that?
I think the only time I remember that really happening, in my opinion, was I remember Gassy Mexican used to just post like full gameplays on his channel, like where he would just unedit it, just put the whole game on there.
Right.
And then one time he put an update saying, hey, I'm going to use an editor and I'm going to just like cut it down. And like he went from posting like 10, 15-minute videos to like these 5-minute videos. And I was like, I hate this. I hate this so much.
That makes sense.
And I just was like, I literally stopped watching. I felt bad, but I stopped watching.
What game was he playing that a full game was 15 minutes?
They would play like Trouble in Terrorist Town, and he would just like put the whole thing. Huh. Do you remember that game?
Trouble in Terrorist Town? No.
Yeah.
I thought that was a Counter-Strike thing.
No, it was a Gary's mod.
Oh.
Like they do prop hunt and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, I've played that.
Yeah, so they play like that. They play for like 20 minutes maybe. Like put out 20 minutes at a time. He'd cut the game into 20-minute segments and just keep posting them. But like then one day he's like, yeah, I'm going to use an editor. I'm going to cut these down. And I was just like, oh. I just don't enjoy this anymore. I like just listening.
Do you think it's because they were so short though? I mean, 5 minutes for anybody. Like YouTube doesn't even like videos that short. You think if you went from 40-minute videos down to 15 minutes?
This was before that like ad stuff that popped up. You know what I mean? Like where it became like incentivized or whatever. It's just like I'm talking about like 2014, 2013.
Right. I mean,
so I don't know the logistics of it, of how it worked on his end.
I think he executed that poorly. Yeah.
I just remember one day he said that's what it's going to start happening. And then I just hated it.
I think I'm kind of analyzing something from 6 years ago, but I think if all he did was go from one video a day that's 15 minutes to one video a day that's 5 minutes, but a little bit better, I don't think he utilized an editor very well.
It may not have been as drastic as I remember, but I remember just being like, oh.
If I was in his situation, I was getting views from doing gameplay. What I would be doing is playing more. I mean, editing takes a long time. If you're playing for 45 minutes, cutting that down is probably going to take you at least 45 minutes. So if somebody else is doing that, what I'd be doing is playing for an hour and a half. Send it off to the dude, let him cut it down, and then it's like, hey, I know I do these normal 15-minute videos that are full clips or whatever. Instead, I'm going to be doing 2 10-minute videos that are from longer segment things, and now you guys are getting more. If your result ends up in less content, and I don't mean less videos, I mean less entertainment value, then I don't think you're making any good choices there.
Yeah.
Like when I say doing more videos and the main channel videos might get slightly less effort, I'm saying if a full video like this is 100 points, and let's say a Shpodcast, well, let's take the numbers, right? So 24,000, 6,000. So let's say this is 100 points. Let's say this is 25 points, right? Mm-hmm. If your number isn't going up net, I think you're making a bad move. I think if I can do 2 more 25-point videos and this goes from 100 to like 75, rather than getting 125 points a week, you're getting 200 points a week, just spread out over more videos. I guess it depends on what you do. Because there's probably going to be people who don't want to fucking watch me eat fast food or talk about anime.
Let's just say that he was getting, let's say, 250,000 view a video with under 1 million subs. But like, if I'm going back 5 years before when he made this change, he was at like, he was playing like, let's say he played like Prop Hunt. He was on Prop Hunt video 353.
Jesus.
Like, he was putting out a lot of videos.
Oh, he doesn't have great views for somebody with 1 million subs. I mean, he's a whatever gaming channel now.
At this point, he's a live streamer.
Yeah, I mean, his Twitch is probably big, right?
I assume.
700,000 followers. Yeah, that's $20,000-$30,000 a month. He doesn't give a shit what his YouTube looks like. I should stop clicking that.
No, but I'm saying like, bro, when you're up, let's say 5 years ago, like you're posting video number 232 of the same game.
Yeah.
And I fucking watched all of them probably.
I mean, I remember the fucking Yogscast did fucking nothing but Minecraft, and I would watch every fucking video from those guys. That didn't break me any. What is the longest binging session you've had of one channel? Just a random question.
When I found out about Small Ant like a year ago, I freaking watched all of his videos.
Do you think that's the most amount of?
At one time, probably.
I don't necessarily mean one sitting. I guess I more so mean like without really watching anybody else. Did you really watch through every? Wait, were his videos different than what he does now? Or literally every one of his speedrun stuff?
I watched all of his speedrun stuff, and then he does a bunch of challenge type stuff. The Breath of the Wild 100% was kind of hard to sit through, but I did.
It's an hour long. That's not that bad.
That might be the condensed one, because the speedrun itself took 60 hours.
Wait, did you watch a 60-hour video?
There's a VODs. I watched parts of it.
Jesus.
It took, I mean, dude, it's 60 hours of Breath of the Wild.
Of him.
He did every challenge, every Korok seed, every shrine.
Dude, that's not even easy to do, dude.
It took, dude, he's only one of, I think only 8 people have done it online. Like, there's only 8 entries in that speedrun.
60 hours? Did he do it in different segments, or did he?
You're allowed a certain number of breaks to sleep.
Okay.
Where the timer stops. It's written in the rules. You don't have to play continuously.
Okay.
But if you exceed the amount of breaks you're given in there, you want to go sleep, the timer has to keep running.
Yeah, I was going to say, how does that work? So did he stream it over like 3 days and then just restarted the timer when he started playing and then called that his break? Or does the break say you can specifically only have 8 hours between this segment and that segment?
I don't remember how strict the rules were off the top of my head, but it was pretty. He basically streamed nonstop when it was happening.
That's pretty nuts.
Yeah. I think it was a sub goal on Twitch that he didn't think they were going to reach. He kind of just did it as a joke, and then they just blew through it.
Oh, that's nutty.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's probably enough YouTube-y talk. You thought of a cool game for us, Alex.
I did.
You want to explain the premise of this thing?
Well, I think it's similar to something we've done before where, we look at like a name of I think we did it before, like a name of an anime, maybe a poster, and you have to like figure out what it was about. But I have a area of expertise that is Disney Channel original movies.
Disney Channel original movies. Do you want to give a little bit of background as to why that's an area of expertise for you?
I guess it's just something I watched growing up because I had two sisters, so Disney Channel was usually what was on. And these movies would come on, and they'd be like, these are straight to TV videos. These were not coming out in theaters.
Yeah.
So like, they're bad. The quality is low on these, but I just found them so fucking entertaining because they're like precursors to bad movies because they're pretty bad. Like the acting's pretty bad, the scripts are pretty bad, but they're like funny in hindsight. And I think like 3 summers ago, I bought like all of them, and we just binged through them all.
How many is all of them?
I think it's like 30.
I guess
30?
that's. I could probably only name 2, and one of them's the
Name
Lizzie
your 2.
McGuire movie.
That
Does that count?
That counts. I think that counts.
The Lizzie McGuire movie and Camp Rock.
That Camp Rock is one of them. You might know a few others that you didn't realize.
I'm sure I know a few others, like if you listed all of them.
Like the Kim Possible movie counts.
Oh, I don't even remember seeing the Lizzie McGuire movie. I just know that that's a Disney Channel movie.
Oh, I thought you were gonna sing me the song like "Hey Now, this is what dreams are made of."
Hey now, this is what dreams are made of. No, that's not the right rhythm. I guess I don't remember.
You were really close.
I feel like you gave me a bit of a lead into it. I don't know if I actually know it. Let us. Well, so how's this going to work? So you're going to send me a movie poster for a Disney Channel original. What do I have to get right to get a point or whatever?
If you get at all close to what the plot is about.
What the plot is about? I feel like I could do that.
What the movie's about. Yeah.
I could do that.
Okay.
All right, send me an image.
I did. So you can just click the first one.
Oh, wait. Okay, so this one?
Yeah.
The Luck of the Irish.
Okay.
Do I get any lifelines? Is there anything you want to tell me before I guess anything?
He's Irish.
I wanted to look at the numbers to see if these are the same person. So for our audio listeners, the text says The Luck of the Irish, and we've got 2 people in basketball outfits leaning up against the text The Luck of the Irish and a basketball.
Pretty good photoshopping of the leaning and the hand.
Yeah,
I do say so.
It hurts my eyes. The one on the left has slightly browner hair, whereas the one on the right has slightly more red hair. But I still can't tell if these are the same guy or not, because it could be. So I'm thinking one of 2 things. Also, the dude on the right's much smaller, but I don't know if that's just a perspective thing.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to say is, I'm going to give 2 guesses. I'm going to say that either this guy meets a leprechaun and then wants to get really good at basketball, but the leprechaun does that by making him Irish, and when he's Irish, he's smaller and has red hair, and he gets really good at basketball, but he's also Irish, so it's like, hey, Matt, you did great in the basketball game, and it's like, oh, blimey, thank you for the compliment, and then nobody wants to hang out with him because he's Irish, and then he has to pick between being himself or being Irish. My second guess is maybe it's one of those situations where they have like a foreign exchange student that's like housed at his house, and it's an Irish kid, and the Irish kid's really good at basketball, and he used to be really good at basketball, but now everybody's paying attention to the Irish kid, but then the Irish kid teaches him self-confidence, and then he thanks him for becoming a better basketball player and also getting the girl of his dreams. Was any of that close?
Kinda.
I'll take kinda. I'm surprised I'm
really.
not right.
Not really.
What is this movie about, Alex?
Okay, so they're the same person in this photo.
Okay.
The movie starts where when they ask, like, it's like, this movie's all about immigration, okay?
Okay.
This movie is about, like, people immigrating to America.
Oh, do you want to give the little context to Disney movies? Always having
they always have this one isn't even a subtle meaning. They literally tell you. It starts out with like a cultural parade or something. This one's not subtle. I just love this movie because it's so fun to watch. But basically, he thinks.
Wait, but your point there is that Disney Channel movies always sort of have this bigger adult meaning or like moral that stance that they're trying to make on politics or cultural norms or whatever that you might maybe miss as a kid, but is really blatantly obvious as an adult.
Yeah, you rewatch it, you see it a ton.
Okay.
And actually, when I was doing some research, they do a lot of race stuff that I didn't notice.
Interesting.
Growing up. But this one is about, like, heritage is, I guess, the motif of the movie. But basically, like, they do the thing where he asks, like, where's your family from? He's like, he says, like, America. Like, we're from here.
Right.
And then, like, everyone's like, that's not possible. Like, you came from somewhere. You're not, like, a Native American.
Right.
And, like, his dad's like, I'm just from, Illinois or whatever, Michigan. And then, like, he finds out he has this, like, lucky coin that you never ask any questions about because, that would spur character development. And it gets stolen from him at this Irish festival.
Okay.
And when he loses the coin, he starts to shrink. And his ears get all pointy and his hair turns colors. And he finds out that his grandfather, who owns a potato chip factory, stole his coin, and that he's actually part Irish, and he's also part leprechaun, because all Irish people are leprechauns.
Of course.
But they only look like leprechauns if you steal their magic coin, because the magic coin that makes them lucky keeps them looking like a normal person.
This is borderline kind of racist, dude.
Yeah, and the start of the movie, he's super lucky. Like, he finds money on the ground. He makes every shot in basketball. Like, he's a savant.
Yeah, because basketball's all about luck,
Yeah, like, he'll do, like, no-look shots and just make it because he's lucky. But then he loses the coin, and he loses all his luck, and he makes no shots, and he sucks, and the school hates him because he's starting to lose them games.
Because he has no personality. He was just the star athlete.
Yeah, that was all he was. And if I remember, all of a sudden, like, a rival Irish leprechaun man comes and steals the coin from the grandfather. So now they don't have their coin. So the grandfather and the mom start turning into leprechauns.
Wait, in addition to the main character having his coin stolen?
In addition. Well, no, it's a family coin. So the family coin has been lost because someone in the family no longer holds it.
Wait, so him losing the coin at the Irish Cultural Festival...
To his grandfather.
What do you mean to his grandfather? His grandfather stole it?
His grandfather stole it first.
From him?
Yes.
Why? Does it matter? Should I know at this point?
I don't know why he stole it.
His grandfather steals the coin from our main character, who then becomes a leprechaun, and then somebody steals it from his grandfather, and then...
Yes.
Sorry, just clearing that up. And then what? Him and his mom do what?
Then he has to get the coin back, and they're dealing with all this bad luck, like they get a flat tire, it starts raining on them and stuff.
Right.
And then all of a sudden the movie shifts from him being lucky to the grandfather telling him, like, when we moved to America, we had hard work. And, like, it's all about, like, hard work all of a sudden, how you need to make your own luck, even though they're literally going for a magical coin.
Right.
That gives them luck. And the end, I think the evil leprechaun dude was in what's that fucking shit? I'm not going to remember. But they challenge him to, like, three challenges. And the first one is the first few are some, like, Irish sports that no one plays, like log throwing and stuff, but, like, he's in high school, so he can't do that.
Right.
And then the final one is a basketball game where the evil leprechaun possesses the other team, and he's in his high school gym playing the finals for the tournament they're in.
Oh my goodness.
And like it's
like that's
weird.
overlapping. It's already the finals of high school, and everybody's mad at him because he was the star athlete, and now he's tiny and a leprechaun.
Yeah.
But on top of that, the other team's been mind controlled by the other leprechaun dude, and he's simultaneously playing this game to win back the coin.
And they do this weird thing where, like, when you're looking through the eyes of the main characters, you see the old people, like they're like in their 40s, old men, but like they show this thing where like the ref's looking, and like it's just a bunch of kids.
Oh, so they're like possessed by these old men who are the ones that are actually playing.
Yeah, all these old Irishmen.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's a crazy.
How's it end, Alex? Bring it home.
He tricks the evil leprechaun dude by saying, like, if you lose, you'll be trapped in the lake of, like, Erie. But the guy's like, you can't even say it right. It's Erie. Like, because that's where it is in, like, Ireland.
Right.
But he literally means Lake Erie, Michigan.
Right.
Because he's from Michigan. Because that's the land of his father or something. And then, like, the leprechaun dude gets trapped in Lake Erie, and then they get their coin back, and everything's great.
Wait, but why? Wait. I don't even know if I should ask you to explain it, because does it matter?
Keep going.
Is it so? What do you mean? So the main character tells the evil leprechaun that if he wins the game, he'll be trapped in Lake Erie.
Basically, the tricking part meant nothing because he literally won the wager.
Oh, he won the game. He won the basketball match.
They won the basketball match.
Oh, okay.
But they make this big point where he like traps him, even though like for all intents and purposes, he got his coin back.
Yeah. I mean, so was the leprechaun dude just like making fun of him, like, you can't even say Irie? Or is he like, oh, that's not so bad, I'm going back to Ireland, who cares?
Basically. Well, no, because his dad was from or wasn't an immigrant, his mom was.
Right.
So he's basically saying that my dad wasn't from Ireland, because he's not like, they're both his parents are white, but it's like some mixed race thing.
Okay. Dude, this was so much more intense of a synopsis than I expected. Holy fuck, dude.
I don't know. I watched this like a month ago.
Do I get any points for this one? I don't think I said anything close.
No,
I got leprechauns.
You alluded to something. You alluded to it.
All right, so what's the most amount of points? If I got every detail of this movie right, how many points would I get?
10.
So how many points do I get for my answer?
2.
I'll take 2.
I'll give you 2.
I'll take 2. I'll take 2 out of 10. That's not bad. You could double it and I'd still be failing, but that's not too bad.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next one up, Alex. What's the next picture you sent me?
Yeah, just do that next one.
Okay. Eddie's $1 Million Cook-Off. Okay, it's a Disney movie. It says Eddie's $1 Million Cook-Off.
You can also notice that the thing is cut out like the Disney logo in the back. Like, you see how there's like the background and there's the grass.
Wait, what part of it's cut out like a Disney logo? Down here.
Yeah,
down here. Yes. I thought you meant up here. I was like, no, dude, that's a baseball field.
That's a baseball diamond.
Okay, so for our viewers at home, the poster consists of some AstroTurf and some baseball imagery. What I assume his main character is batting up for a baseball swing, but he's holding a big spatula, and he's got his buddy behind him, who I feel like should have umpire gear, but it's probably a cutout from.
You also
like an
recognize him from That's So Raven.
I don't. But okay. Oh wait, is that Corey?
No.
Oh.
That's.
Yeah, he's not in a house. Yeah, I guess that's true. Okay, this is kind of a tough one because I feel like it says Eddie's $1 Million Cook-Off. I feel like the easy answer is that Eddie's family has some sort of eatery, and the eatery's going under. And Eddie decides to try and win some sort of baseball tournament in order to win $1 million so that he can save the eatery. I feel like that's the most logical guess I could give.
The exact opposite.
His family owns a baseball field and he has to win a cooking competition to save the baseball field?
So Eddie is, at the start of the movie, just a normal jock kid. And they have to sign up for like classes in middle school because apparently you signed up for classes in middle school.
Yeah, you know.
And he gets stuck in home ec, And
Okay.
like they kind of allude that he likes to cook or likes to like throw food together or something, but he doesn't actually like, you know, have refined cooking skills.
Yeah, of course.
But-
He's in middle school.
But he, yeah, exactly. But and like it's basically a very masculine movie where like there's guy things and girls things.
Sure.
But
Oh,
basically
what's the overarching?
I was about to get to that.
Oh, sorry.
But basically, but when they say, if you watch this movie, when they say cooking, they really mean being gay.
What?
This movie is about telling you that it's okay to be gay.
Explain. Give me
So
the synopsis. Holy shit! I love this game. We should have done this episodes ago, Alex.
Basically, this is all me. There's nowhere online will you find this.
Okay.
This is so basically, he does baseball, and all his guy friends, they do baseball. They're all about baseball. They want to win their baseball games. Okay.
Sure.
Eddie likes to cook. Like he like makes like special hot dogs for everyone. Literally just throws some glizzies down before games. They call it like an Eddie dog or something.
An Eddie dog.
Well, like he goes into home ec because they get stuck doing that class, and his friends are all pissed because they don't want to cook, but he wants to cook. Okay.
Right.
And he finds out he likes it. And so like he secretly has to cook when his friends aren't looking. Like he'll like stay after class and like do work and stuff.
To like get his points or to get in his satisfaction of having cooked.
His satisfaction because he ends up liking it.
Right. But during
So,
the
like-
entire class, he's just dicking around with the baseball boys.
And his, well, yeah, kind of. And then his dad, like he'll be like in the middle of the night, he'll be cooking in the kitchen, like practicing. And his dad, there's just one scene where the dad comes downstairs and turns the light on.
Oh, and he's
And, like,
cooking in
it's-
like an
And
apron.
he's cooking, and the dad's like, "What are you doing?" And it's like, it's so weird because he's just like, you know, cooking. He's literally
Yeah.
just making food. And like, it's not even like mad because like it's a middle schooler up at like 1 a.m. cooking. It's mad just because he is cooking.
That's
it's like-
wild.
And his dad's like he's like, "Dad, I'm just different, okay?"
This is crazy. This is actually wild, dude.
This came straight to Disney, okay? And then his teacher, like, she's like, "Yeah, Eddie, you have some talent. You should go to do the cooking contest, you and this other girl." And like he like stays after class and like misses baseball practice because he has to like prepare for this like $1 million cook-off.
Right.
And
Is it
I think
actually
it's,
for
like,
$1 million or?
I don't remember what I think it was like a scholarship.
Okay.
But like it's like judged by Bobby Flay.
Is he in the movie?
He's in the movie.
Yo, that's okay. I'll give us some credit for that.
Yeah. And then like it's also like there's this B plot where there's the baseball team and this girl wants to play on the team and like the coaches tell her no because she throws like a girl.
Right.
Oh no. She plays on the team, but the coaches make fun of her saying she throws like a girl. And one of the
Right.
coaches being his dad.
Right.
And,
Okay.
And then like at the end of the movie, it gets really woke all of a sudden.
Right.
And basically the dad leaves the baseball game to help Eddie with the cook-off because Eddie was late.
Right.
And like there's this C plot that Eddie can't crack an egg with one hand, and then his dad shows up to the cook-off to help him like rush the food done, and the dad cracks an egg with one hand. And it's like, whoa,
The dad can cook.
the dad can cook the whole time.
The dad's been hiding the fact that he could cook from his son.
And then the simultaneous woke moment is when the girl says like, "Hey, this kid in the team can't throw, but he's a guy. You never say he throws like a girl. Like, what if I said he throws like a guy as a bad thing?" And the coach is like, "You know what? You're right." and then so super simultaneously, there's the cook-off, the final thing, because they have to make something with a certain ingredients, and he does like fucking like chocolate peppers.
Okay.
And it's like, I would never eat it. Like, and I'll eat some weird stuff, but I remember it being like tangerines, peppers, and like chocolate on a plate.
That's odd. Yeah.
Like drizzled. Yeah, that's all I remember. But that the movie like basically was just being like,
Is that the end of the B plot? Is the girl just goes, "Hey, that guy can't throw either, and he's a guy." And
well,
then
throughout the movie, they're making fun of her for being bad at throwing.
But
and
is
bad
that
at baseball?
is there no redemption for her? Does she not throw a super good pitch that strikes out a guy and they win the game or something?
I literally just remember her plot ending with her telling the coach off.
Wow.
And
okay.
that being it. But I might misremember that, and someone will probably correct me.
Okay.
In the comments if they did, but I literally just remember her telling the coach off and that being the conclusion of that.
I am completely fine with receiving 0 points for this one because I don't think I got anything that anybody else wouldn't have tried to guess.
You literally got the exact opposite.
No, here's the thing. It's not the exact opposite, though.
Well, no, because like his dad was the coach, so he did own the team.
Okay, but like there was...
You know, in the spirit of the answer.
Well, listen, I'll leave it to you. How many points out of 10 do you think?
You got 0.
I'm getting 0. Okay, I'll take a 0 on this one. I'll take that L. That's fine.
Yeah.
All right, next one up. What do we got here? We got Pixel Perfect.
You're gonna get none of this one.
Listen, come on, believe in me, man.
This poster literally tells you almost nothing about it.
Okay, so
it's a bad poster. This
poster is very digital. It's got a sort of 90s internet aesthetic. You know, like in The Fairly Odd Parents when Timmy Turner goes into the internet to stop an email that he sent to Trixie. It's like that aesthetic. And then there's a dude on a laptop where it says Pixel Perfect, and out of the screen of the laptop is a girl who's very like Miley Cyrus-esque. She's got blonde hair, she's holding a guitar, and it's like she's coming out of the screen. She's digitized, but then at the top it's just her face and stuff. I'm guessing that this dude likes the girl who's musically talented because she's holding a guitar, and he wants to help her win her musical competition or be in a band, but he doesn't know anything about music and he doesn't know how to talk to her because he's not a musician and she's into musicians. But then he makes it so that she sounds really good on her guitar by using auto-tune on his laptop, and that makes it so that she sounds really good playing her guitar. And then at the end of the movie, the laptop breaks, and then she has to play without his help, but it turns out that she's actually really good now because he's somehow helped her. Either that, or she's like a very early era VTuber and she wants to get famous, and he's pretending to be a girl playing the guitar online, but really he's a guy on a laptop and he's making money.
You're kind of closer on the second one.
Okay, give it to me, Alex. What's happening on this?
So if I remember correctly, this movie starts with him having a friend who's in this band, but she gets hurt in some way or can't perform. So basically, he creates a hologram.
Okay.
Which is her, mixed with AI. So like, he designs a female singer. And then like they use her to perform. Except there's like some weird rules where like she can only be indoors. He can take her anywhere. She's completely sentient. Because this
when you say hologram, you mean like walking around in the room, not just on a computer screen, right?
No, walking around the room, performing, like, you know. Look. What year did this movie think? What year do you think this movie came out?
2002.
2004. You were very close.
Okay.
So they were dealing with 2004, you know,
computer expectations,
animations. Yeah. Well, animations. So they weren't going to animate a hologram like or on a screen. They were just going to have a real person play it and just say she was a hologram.
Right.
And then do a few bits where like her hand disintegrates when someone touches her or something. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah.
So they do that. And then like basically he had a crush on the original singer. But then like he starts to fall in love with his own hologram.
Oh, you stupid fucking Yandere Dev motherfucker.
But then like apparently the girl that he had a crush on originally also liked him but didn't know how to tell him. But now she's jealous of the hologram.
Right, yeah, of course.
And then, like, basically, they find out, like, the hologram just has bits and pieces of girls that he found in magazines that he just used as, like, a reference point.
Sure.
And then, like, I don't know why this sticks out, but I think, like, he used, like, the original girls, like, ears for the hologram. But I just remember this movie being crazy because the ending, the original girl gets fucking struck by lightning and like is like dying, and
what?
Then the hologram girl sacrifices herself by walking outside, so she freaking like dissipates because she can't
walk outside. That's one of the rules of the hologram. Yeah,
so she walks outside and dissipates and then reconfigures herself inside the original girl and then like controls her body and then like performs a song. And then like there's this scene where she's in her head and like the original girl and the hologram girl are talking. And she's like saying like, you sacrificed yourself for me or something like that.
Right.
And now the hologram girl is gone.
Okay.
But the original girl is now not dying from being struck by lightning.
Right.
Or whatever it was. And I really wish I could give you a deeper meaning for this one.
Oh, I was waiting for it, Alex.
But I don't know, be comfortable with yourself. This one was weird, bro.
Don't get struck by lightning.
Don't get struck by lightning, maybe the best one you get, but like, dude, I just think like these movies had the most outlandish like events happen in them.
I thought I'd have at least a moderate idea from having seen Camp Rock and the Lizzie McGuire movie.
No,
but
those ones are straightforward.
Yeah, this is anything but. Holy shit. I mean, I guess I could have maybe got some points if I had guessed hologram. I feel like I might have been able to do that.
It's so much easier. It's easier in hindsight. It's not.
Yeah,
this is not a good poster.
That's true. Fuck, man, this is pretty solid.
I could have been easy on you and gave you like Smart House.
Yeah. I mean, from the name, I feel like I might have even remembered seeing that one. Shit, that's pretty solid, man. We will definitely do a couple of these next episode because I wanna fucking get a 10 out of 10 on one of these. I feel like it's possible. I just gotta
there's a lot of them.
I gotta use 100% of my brain, dude.
That's just intense. This one time?
Yeah, just this one time. Cool. All right. Well, thanks for making it to the end of the Shpodcast, everybody. Appreciate it very much. As always, it's available in audio only on Apple iTunes, Spotify, Google Play Music, podcast. I don't know. They're linked in the description. Leave a like. Remember to subscribe if you like it. I think we'll probably do one more pre-recorded Shpodcast before we start doing the live ones. I will keep you updated in the community tab. Remember to check out the descriptions for both Patreon and those links to mental health resources that Alex has put together for you guys. Christmas time is tough on everybody, and I just hope you guys have a nice day. You got any outro, Alex?
Bye.
Have a good night, everyone. Peace.
Spoos.